Imagine a life where trust is shattered in an instant. A moment that changes everything. For Mark, it was a pizza delivery that would alter his world forever. But what happens when betrayal meets revenge? Join us as we unravel the tale of Mark, a man who took his heartache and turned it into a master plan of revenge, leaving behind only one question. Sometimes revenge is best served cold, like leftover pizza. From the depths of betrayal to the heights of redemption, this is a story of love, loss, and the power of forgiveness. So, sit back and let's dive into the journey of Mark and Lisa, a tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. Mark had always been a man of quiet determination. By day, he worked as a pizza delivery driver for Tony's Pizzeria, a small family-owned business in the heart of his town. By night, he meticulously planned and saved every penny for a dream vacation he had promised his wife, Lisa, a trip to Santorini, her lifelong dream destination. Their marriage had seen its ups and downs, but Mark believed this grand gesture would reignite their fading spark. Mark and Lisa had met in college, bonding over late-night pizza and laughter. After graduation, they settled down, built a cozy home, and started building a life together. However, over the years, their relationship began to fray. Lisa, once a vibrant and adventurous soul, grew distant and detached. Mark tried everything to bring back the spark: romantic dinners, surprise gifts, and even couples therapy, but nothing seemed to work. Despite the challenges, Mark remained committed. He took on extra shifts at Tony's to save for their dream vacation, hoping it would be the catalyst for change. Lisa, on the other hand, seemed increasingly disinterested, often spending long hours at work or out with friends. It was a cold Friday night when Mark received an order for delivery to a motel on the outskirts of town. The address struck him as odd. It was far from Tony's usual delivery radius. Still, Mark shrugged it off. A tip was a tip. He loaded the pizza into his car and set off down the dimly lit road. As he pulled into the gravel parking lot of the rundown motel, an uneasy feeling crept over him. The neon sign flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows on the cracked pavement. Room 12 was his destination. Mark knocked on the door, balancing the pizza box in one hand. The door opened slightly, and Mark's world shattered. There stood Lisa, wrapped in nothing but a motel bathrobe. Behind her was a man Mark didn't recognize, a tall figure with an air of arrogance that made Mark's blood boil. For a moment, time froze. Lisa's eyes widened in horror as she recognized her husband standing there with their dinner in hand. "Mark," she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Without saying a word, Mark turned on his heel and walked away. The pizza box fell to the ground as he climbed into his car and drove off into the night. Mark didn't return to Tony's Pizzeria that night, or ever again. Instead, he went home, packed a bag, and left town without telling anyone where he was going. But before disappearing completely, Mark decided to leave behind a parting gift for Lisa. Mark had always been tech-savvy, a skill Lisa had underestimated. Over the next few days, he hacked into her social media accounts. Carefully and methodically, he crafted posts revealing her infidelity to their friends and family. Photos from their wedding day were juxtaposed with cryptic captions like "promises broken under neon lights" and "love fades when trust dies." The posts went viral within their circle. Friends who once admired Lisa now whispered behind her back. Her reputation crumbled overnight. Before vanishing entirely, Mark left one final message on Lisa's voicemail. "This is only the beginning. You'll know what it feels like to lose everything." Lisa tried to track him down, but found no trace of him anywhere. No social media activity, no credit card transactions. It was as if Mark had disappeared off the face of the earth. Months passed, and Lisa's life spiraled out of control. Her job performance suffered as whispers about her personal life spread through her office. The man from the motel disappeared as quickly as he had appeared, leaving Lisa alone to pick up the pieces. One day, Lisa received an anonymous package at her doorstep. Inside was a single plane ticket to Santorini and a note that read, "Enjoy your dream vacation, alone." Lisa hesitated but eventually decided to go on the trip. When she arrived in Santorini, she found another surprise waiting for her. A series of photographs displayed at her hotel. Images of her with various men over the years that she thought no one knew about. The final photo in the series was of Mark standing at the edge of a cliff overlooking the Aegean Sea. On its back was written, "Sometimes revenge is best served cold, like leftover pizza." As Lisa explored Santorini, she began to notice strange occurrences. Every place she visited seemed to hold a memory or a message from Mark. At a quaint cafe, she found a note on her table with a quote from their favorite book. At a local market, a vendor handed her a small package with a silver necklace Mark had once given her. Each clue led her deeper into the labyrinth of Mark's revenge. It was as if he had planned this trip for her, orchestrating every moment to remind her of what she had lost. On her last night in Santorini, Lisa decided to visit a secluded beach she and Mark had once talked about. As she walked along the shore, she noticed a figure in the distance. It was Mark. For a moment, they just stared at each other. The tension between them was palpable. Mark spoke first, his voice calm and collected. "I wanted you to see the beauty of Santorini alone, to understand what it feels like to lose the person you love." Lisa tried to apologize, to explain, but Mark cut her off. "There's no explanation needed. You made your choice, and now I've made mine." With that, Mark turned and walked away, leaving Lisa alone on the beach. Lisa returned home, her life forever changed. She tried to rebuild her reputation and her life, but the damage was done. She realized too late that Mark had been her rock, her partner in every sense of the word. As for Mark, he disappeared into the shadows, his whereabouts unknown. Some say he started a new life in a distant land, free from the heartache of his past. Others claim he continued to watch over Lisa from afar, ensuring she never forgot the lessons she learned. The truth, however, remained a mystery, leaving behind only the cryptic message, "Sometimes revenge is best served cold, like leftover pizza." Months later, rumors began to circulate about a man who had started a successful tech company in Silicon Valley. He was known only by his pseudonym, The Architect, and was renowned for his innovative approach to cybersecurity. Some speculated that this mysterious figure was Mark, using his skills to build a new life and protect others from the kind of betrayal he had faced. Whether or not this was true, one thing was certain. Mark had left his mark on the world, and his story would be remembered for years to come. Lisa, on the other hand, began to rebuild her life. She started attending therapy sessions and slowly regained her confidence. She realized that she had taken Mark for granted and that his love had been genuine. In a surprising turn of events, Lisa decided to start her own blog, sharing her story of betrayal and redemption. She wrote about the lessons she learned from Mark's revenge and how it changed her perspective on life. Her blog gained a massive following, with many readers drawn to her candid storytelling and the mysterious figure of Mark. Some even speculated that Mark was secretly guiding her, helping her find her voice and share their story with the world. One day, Lisa received an email from an unknown sender. The subject line read, "The end of the beginning." Inside was a link to a video. Curious, Lisa clicked on the link. The video showed Mark standing in front of a beautiful sunset, a smile on his face. "Lisa," he said, his voice filled with warmth, "I hope you found peace. I wanted to show you that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for redemption and forgiveness. This is my goodbye, but also a new beginning for both of us. The video ended with a shot of the Santorini landscape, the words, "The End," appearing on the screen. Lisa smiled, feeling a sense of closure. She realized that Mark had been teaching her a lesson all along, not just about revenge, but about forgiveness and moving forward. And so, Lisa continued to write, sharing her story with the world. Mark, on the other hand, remained a mystery, his legacy living on through the lessons he taught and the life he rebuilt.